So here we go, and thank you all for joining in. The time here, so that's pretty cool. And you all unmuted, so feel free to speak up if you have a question or you don't if you don't understand something. So then our it's going to work for us today. So moving. Screen goes blank or you're missing something, if you'd let me know, I'd appreciate that. So currently have an open house. You know, we're all going to go out, we're going to drop a sign in the yard. With any luck, we're out there a few days early and posted a riot that says we're open this day. A paper and panic that goes on every week to get in the paper in plenty of time. It hasn't changed, and it's universal around the company. My idea to minimize and ask for you when you do it, and what goals is let's turn it into that. So, you see the changes? Terrific. Well, what you screen?
I'm not seeing any change in the screen. Now, what is it? Just are we supposed to be on Tice's desktop?
Your desktop, you should be seeing a screenshot of our Jack on open house listings from the open house. Everybody seeing that one?
No.
Oh.
No. There.
Yeah.
For you of what we can do to max that open house for you. If you're going to invest your time, and today afternoon when you could be watching, you know, something like the Eagles getting beaten or Cowboys or all of our favorites, be there. Let's at least maximize it and benefit it. So here's how our open house looks on our and hopefully your office staff or you in and making sure that your open houses are appearing at that venue, because being online, in my opinion, your side's work and mine frees up. So, and if you're asking people as they're coming in the door to your houses, and especially when I did the rentals, there's nothing that walked in the door and said, "Oh, I saw your ad in the Palm Advertiser, the Patriot, everywhere else." Everyone came in. I was on Zulia, Realtor.com. I think I had 9 different sites that people were referencing where they were in the open house information on the managing in Palmdale for a time.
Afraid to mess it up.
Same experience that you're seeing. People are coming in, and it's the number one place for me where people were finding me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that and the sign. So you want to make sure that you're getting your listings and houses set up within your list and all within our Jack On website. After that through inside JGR, or in most cases, just turn that information into your office and they'll set that up for you. With the ad, you need to be out there a couple weeks in advance to make placement. The web is immediate, and I love about having it on or Trulia and using those sites, it calls cell phone to blow up. Cell phone to ring, and a search setup. So if they're looking for a home like you're hosting, and their cell phone will go off and they get an automatic notice. So leverage this technology even for your open houses and make out there doing some things. But I agree that I've been with my news aware of them, and it's something you're going to see begin to snowball for us as we go through the next year. So my thought is, what can we do to create a neighborhood event, turn our open house into more of a neighborhood event? Actually, it's back more than 30 years for me. 30 years ago, I called Tell 20. I told 20 people, and that is still alive and well today. We just don't call it that anymore. Postcard, and how about sending that to the neighbors? I'd only add it was very effective, it's super cheap, and we even participate in that postage for you. But start out to your neighbors. What is neighbors to meet and join in at your open house for a sneak preview, 12:30 to 1 o'clock? You know, for my sneak preview, neighbors only, 12:30 to 1, sales information or market information on your particular neighborhood. So if you're in Carriage Park, Stone, information for Stony Run. We know they're all out there looking for that information. They all have the same question, so let's be the one to do that. On that flyer or postcard, some basic information. Maybe we're linking them back to the Jack On site, so they can all the color photos, all the full information. One of the pass this flyer on to someone you'd like as a neighbor. This is something that for years, but they say that they'd like to have live in the area, and they I'm calling Jerry. Jerry's going to turn an open house, but make it more of an invitation and private from 12:30 on. I know from my experience years ago, people walked in the door with my little thanking me for the invitation. So recent sales information, the audience, they're going to show up for something for free. Maybe you won't have a drawing for some mums or pumpkins this time of year, or bring the kids for free pumpkins until 1 o'clock, but make it of a neighborhood event. Anytime we want the neighbors to show up, anyone? In the neighborhood, let's meet the people that have homes to sell. So one thing from statistics, that 70%, the number is 67% of who are thinking of selling a home are visiting houses. They're looking for an agent. They're looking to see your marketing, what you know about the marketplace, to see if you should work with to list their home. So not so much to sell the home I'm hosting open, which would be great, but what I'm for more listings and time, because what I'm talking and hearing with people, I know attendance for open houses is getting a little bit light of year, but there's plenty of people thinking of selling, and those numbers are going up, and they all want to know, why is that home worth $175 or $275? What would my home be worth? They think of and start feeding them that information. I see particularly in reaching out to the neighborhood, up our listing where we're coming at that time of year where it gets sluggish. We want to, because I'm looking towards spring and that new listing inventory for a real 2014. Sell something this year, even better. So we want to, what about using something like Facebook? An open house? Is that it?
Yeah.
Are you getting some response from that?
Facebook, like 3 pages I was doing in the beginning. I have like, and then I have like my fan to both of those. Works.
Yep, works. And what I'm discovering and knowing other people on Facebook is information people out there that are just stalking you. They're watching to see what you're doing or what's going on in the marketplace. And showing them that you're active out in the marketplace. I'm having open houses. I'm doing things. Whatever activity is. A study that we're following right now. This is a great response. I'm showing homes in Cedar Hills. I have a picture of just the general neighborhood, maybe you or the park with the pond. The guy on water where he lives out in Indiana. And I'm chiming in, are they tools or sales? What's the range in that neighborhood? Used to be 175. What's happening now? And he's developing leads I've never seen through Facebook right now. Please private message me with your email, and I'll send you information. I'll send you in the area, whatever their question was, 3-bedroom homes for sale. And he responds like I've never seen. Getting those posts out there, not open house, but on a daily basis, showing homes in Cedar Hills, showing. You don't want to bore people with this, but one post a day of that kind of activity. I've started posting all my stops at the company where I'm doing education in Waynesboro, wherever I happen to be. And then a private message, John, I've referred your name on to some friends that need to sell their home. Do you have time to help them? You really don't communicate with. Received a private message or call, and I'm too busy. With that there to the world that I'm just this super busy guy. Screen right now is an upcoming house. Knock this one up. And go on website right into Facebook based on post your listing. And what entered the Jack On address, so jdr.com, www.jdr.com, before, and then the multi-list number, and brings in the website. Join me on October 13th, 1 to 4, for a great open house. Stop by my free market report or private message me with your email for a copy. Something of value, our open house, offering a report that we're going to create anyway. And for the report, I've started a conversation. We can start to reach out and maximize this time for our open house. I have around that, you're showing your activity. This is your private PR stream. So you can create and promote yourself all you want. It's free. It can be as public as you'd like. With local friends, but recently, what if I created a little email, sent it to my owner, and here's a peek. I'd like you to post my open house on your Facebook page, which in turn invites their friends and family and their connections to join the open house. Use the same script, show them, post it, and click, and I will be featured on their individual pages and reach their sphere of influence. I have a much greater effect than using it through there. They themselves. And now we can leverage their audience. Maybe follow your owner on Facebook, or at least on them, and you can see it, and you can inject yourself into that stream of conversation and part of it with their friends. It's at the barbecue in the backyard, and they introduce you. Here's John. He's the agent. He's managing the sale of my property. Only get in far greater numbers, and you're on something else. This is one of the brands of Facebook right now to leverage another group of people you wouldn't be able to find on your own, and like you because you're selling the home for rent. You can create an event at the day and time and send out to your network. Facebook will send them reminders. Hey, don't forget about Jerry's open house. Don't forget about the open house, 123 East Main Street, coming up this Saturday. Other people are confirming that they're going to attend. You can sit out to your sphere and not above a little bit, so have one or two friends that are going to show up. Now, with Facebook, you don't have all your audience. So I'd recommend is that you create a list of your friends, and actually Facebook does this for you. It knows the town that you live in. It's created a list for that town, follow you, and here's John, and here's Jerry, and here's Bob, and they're all Lebanon area people. They're in your group. Don't share this to your full audience. Share this to your Lebanon followers, and only see it. So you live out in Illinois, or your kid in Oregon, like in my case, he's not going to get bored with my open houses. He's not flying home to an open, and all I'm going to do is annoy him with stuff that doesn't pertain to him. And you can share it just to that list. The things I'd recommend that you take advantage of, the people can create a flyer for you. You call these 4 ways to buy. Now they call them their open flyer. But a picture of the property, or maybe the multi-list sheet, some information, the URA branded flyers, what preferred, if you think it qualifies best for FHA, 10%, whatever it might be. This all the disclaimer stuff on it, property, the price, some basic information. It's with you. It's going to be the ER, and it's going to show you all the different finance types. Just at this, here's the down in your monthly payment. What they only thing they need is that picture, price, some basic information, and the taxes, and the handout piece. Now, I don't like a piece that you can share right along with the posting on make it a picture, a file, and share it with it. Could be your flyer right on the back of this, maybe a consumer notice, any other things you could put on the back of this or add to it, and have nice handouts. And remember, you're looking for buyers, but we're also sellers down the street that are measuring how you manage your open house. So many layers into it. You've given reasons to talk to you, think of why they should use you as an agent, and you've demonstrated that you've known the neighborhood and that you know the trend that's taking place. You can be their guide that they'll go to in the future. Questions? That was my slides and my group of brothers for the day. Anyone might or might not try some of the techniques? Off of a group that I follow within Facebook, and ways to spin old ideas, the old penny. Let the neighbors know, invite the neighbors in. I love that one for the preview. An extra 30 minutes, you want to get there, but if you make it special for the neighbors, I see some legs. They show up anyway, and we know that. So why just invite them in? Joe, format, does this work for you?
Yeah, I like it. I'm recording this and post this for the people that couldn't, and imagine how that piece works. This is science here that I'm working on. It's my nature. What can I say? I like new stuff. So let's right down the line. Abby, what did you hear that you liked today?
The neighbor preview, and I like some of the Facebook. My thing was jgr.com/MLS number. Had a heck of a time trying to get stuff did, and that just really is easy peasy.
Easy button. Now, here's what I want you to do. You put the www.jgr.com/the number and add one space, and so Facebook knows that's the end of the address. And bars, and then it will pop up. Then text and eliminate that address. Now you can create a message without having, characters of hieroglyphics at the beginning that people look at and wonder what's up with that. So cleaner look, more personal, and that's exactly the way mine was set up and why you don't see any code. To really, and then you can have a nice custom message without them seeing that web address. It's all linked, so when they click on that right into our JGR website, which turns on Lead Router. Another layer of fun, make sure you copy that address. I'm going to say copy it from your profile page, but we'll get the flexibility of adding in the custom address. Just do it from here. It's already your listing, and it's more Lead Router opportunities to you. They're going to follow up for information because they're into that profile page, and it's your listing, so it's going to directly to you. So great. Dave, still like
Preview. I thought that was excellent. That's a great idea. I mean, the fact that they're going to be coming anyway with an event and invite them is perfect for promoting yourself in a particular community. So that's excellent.
If nothing else, now they know who you are, more sign writer, and now make sure you're linking them to your profile page, to your page, to the listing, and put them all on one card or flyer, but one. Because how about an ERA text message? The text takes them directly to a mobile site, checking out on their phone anyway by huge numbers. Actually, my favorite part too, I love the whole neighbor event idea. One has legs in my mind. Did I call to you there this morning?
Everybody else does. I really like the inviting the neighbors. I was just working on a postcard right before I joined you, and I'm going to add that on to neighbors, make it the neighborhood event.
We're doing it because we have this event coming up, and you all have at least a week to try different things. Hopefully you try a couple of these techniques, and then everybody else listening, that you get some addition because let's ramp it up and make the world know that we're here. And we're listing opportunities. We've been following this one here in my classes with the new agents in Skill Builder, and presented this material 4 times, and I've had agents come back to me already and say, "Oh man, I'm doing these open houses. Done that. There was a block away, came on the market. Maybe I had a shot at that." So make some noise. People watching, and if they're dropping a sign in a rider, and you show up, at 1:05, you're a great impression. And people are looking for an agent today. Someone that calls me that's looking for a referral for an agent, somebody aggressive in that marketplace. Sit there and do some new stuff, and give them something to some reason to give you a call. Mr. Call to you, sir.
You.
Great. And man. Pushing the buttons. That's terrific. This morning, advantage of the Facebook piece. Another follow-up on maximize some of the Facebook posting there. Actually, since I'm live on you guys, let me share a Facebook page that's left here for my time for you. I'm going to share a Facebook page with you that I find absolutely the response guy is getting. Charles Rutten Estate is in a suburb of Chicago. Everyone can see. Can you see Ken's page?
Yeah.
He has followers, so he's got a pretty nice following. But I love this one on the left. Tolls. So he's sure off of the beautiful little spot. There's a lot of water out there. He's always showing water views. How much? Gorgeous studio, great view, nice size. Asking $6 a month. Don't mind if you fish. So there's a pond there. Here, one of the agencies out there posted to his page. So here's Julie. Thank Julie for liking his page. Now, I've seen anybody do that. I think that's actually a pretty clever to thank people for liking your page. And he does it all the time. Received an offer. Closed these. These are kind of standard. But they really turned me on. Here he is showing townhomes in Naperville. And how much is it going for? How many beds and baths? And so he gave him the information. Typically, I'm going to reply to message him and give you that information. But we're maritime in. And how much? Here's the range: 230 to 280. And what are you looking for? You'll see a number of pictures and comments and so forth. Right, coming soon. On home, no big deal, right? So you see these comments. He had 20 comments come in on this, and this Chad starts out 110. Rich comes in 155, and 163. Chad 179. This is everyone. This is fun. Keep them coming. So, with a second guess. This isn't even on the market, so he's writing them back. Nope, thanks. Message me, and with your email, and I'll send you what's available, and I'll send you the information when it hits the market. So if it's 163.9, good guess. And the other guy comes in at $200,000 after her. So Little Pig soon turn this whole stream and conversation, and here are all these prospects interacting with Ken. The best I've seen yet, and this is sure you share your activity as you're out there running around. Now here's the caveat. Remember, can take a picture of this home. Take a picture of this home, Jeremy, and say, I'm here showing this house. I'm going to say no. Dave has a listing contract, and he's able to advertise this home. The Commission and the Board of Realtors is going to view this as an ad. Advertise this home without a listing. I'm having an ethics violation on my hands because I don't have authority to market that home. Picture with the pond and a whole group of homes. You're here, legit. So I'm sure it's in Deer it is water area. Because ponds and the in him, and you'll see they're on multi-unit. So he's doing street shots to be a little more in compliance, and then he's showing directly are things that he's involved in directly. So make sure in mind if this is going to be viewed as an ad, or it could be, an active listing, you don't want to be the guy that's promoting your property. Now, if I'm Jerry and say, Jerry, I'm showing your house out here. Do you mind if I promote, I think it's a great listing. Do you mind if I share it on Facebook? Now, I have the agent's permission to do some posting. And then they're going to start to say no because you're getting traffic off of their listing. But you never, it doesn't hurt to ask, and Ken a tremendous response. So if you have a chance and see what's going on in his page, I think this is one of the most active and responsive things I've seen yet. Any other folks? That was a little bonus piece, but this is where I'm stealing a lot of my ideas right now because Ken and many others in our group were, do you spend money for advertising? Here's a guy doing nothing but pictures and getting a tremendous response. And are the duty calls of 2015. They're not coming through the phone, but look at what he's generating here on Facebook, and it's stuff that he's able to do in just a moment. He's out there showing homes anyway.
The listing broker, but you are the selling broker. YZ.
It's one thing to there are debates about that, Jerry. You're not the listing company.
Okay.
To ask the buyer, do you mind if I promote this or if I use this after settlement? Before settlement, no. After settlement, you've got a better argument because you did the buyer.
Right.
Absolutely. But before, same rules apply.
Correct.
Okay. If you have a question, I'll be glad to address it. If not, I certainly appreciate your time. I'm free to dial in, and I know a few people in taking a lunch break. So I really appreciate your enthusiasm for this. Pardon me, so I can't tell you what next week's topic is. I think it's promotions of some slides put together. So if you've got vacant land out there, you're looking for ways to sell it, I'm on kick, so we're going to bring you some ideas on how to start to market that. Maybe Facebook, but there's certainly some other tips and techniques that'll be involved too. So here in the Education Center, the virtual space, and now Facebook, let the world know that you are getting yourselves educated one way or another. But say now, go sell